So throughout my 4 years of playing NBA 2K Mobile, I have had this question lingering in the back of my mind. And that simple question is, what is the best card to use in NBA 2K Mobile? That question to me has been the hardest question I've had to answer in a long time, simply because there is such a multitude of cards to use in NBA 2K Mobile that'll get the job done in every facet of the game, whether it's scoring, rebounding, passing, or playing defense. There's such a high multitude of cards to use. It could be Jordan, Kobe, Steph Curry, LeBron, Kevin Durant, or even Kyrie Irving, depending on what you need for your team. So, in this video, I have compiled a list of the 15 best cards to use in NBA 2K Mobile to get a little understanding of what the best card truly is and who you should use in not only head-to-head, but the tourneys mode, rewind mode, and all of the events. So, without further ado, here's a list of the 15 best cards in NBA 2K Mobile. Let's get it. Alright, so before we start this list, I'm gonna mention this list is in a distinct order. It is in a particular order so that every player mentioned gets a bit of respect, if that makes sense. I want to make sure every player here gets the respect and attention they deserve. So if anybody gets moved in the wrong spot, don't attack me in the comments for that. Everybody is where they are for a reason, and I want to make sure everybody gets the respect they deserve. I don't want to disrespect anybody here because everyone here is an all-time great in their own right. Now, with that out of the way, let's start the list. And the first card on the list actually is number 15. Like I said, this list is in a distinct order. And no, we are not going by specific tiers. We're going to do the best card in different tiers. Because the best card, there's 15 different cards in this game. So each card is in a different tier. So I have to go down to different tiers just to analyze them, get a review on them basically. So no, we're not going to go in specific tiers. So with that knowledge, the 15th card on the list, he's certainly not the worst. He's actually one of the best cards in the game, best big men in the game, and that's power forward Arcana Blueprint Breakers Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at the power forward position. Now, I love Kareem Abdul-Jabbar cards. I love them. I love everything about them, especially this one, who is a power forward. I love that he's a power forward because it allows you to create a little mismatch on certain power forwards. It allows you to go out of position a little bit. You can kind of go crazy too. You can add really tall. You can make a really tall lineup out of just this card alone. You could go with this card, Wemby, Chet Holmgren, Ben Simmons at point guard, LeBron at point guard. So this, just having him on your team allows you to go with a really big lineup. Not a lot of shooting though, so you do have to worry about that. But if you build him right, he can get your rebounds. He's really quick. He has a 5 in agility, strength, rebounding, and defending, as well as that 4 in playmaking, which sticks out to me. They boosted his playmaking, and they didn't really boost any of this. But the stats that I will boost on this Jabbar are the shootout, dribble, playmaking, rebounding, strength, and defending. And actually, no, I'm not gonna do a not gonna give any recommendations on builds because we are just analyzing and reviewing the best cards in NBA 2K Mobile. So I'm not really gonna give any recommendations. So that's gonna be the first and last build recommendation I give throughout this video. But nonetheless, this card may be the last card on the list, but he's certainly not the worst. He just can't shoot. He can shoot mid-range shots, and I'm actually gonna come up with a video showing you how to do the skyhook, how to initiate it, and how to actually perfect the move. It's really simple to do. It's like 2-3 basic steps, and it's really easy to get down. I like how they added his skyhook animation in as well. Alright, so the next card on the list is one of the best cards, or the best small forwards in the game stats wise. This card, if you don't have this card on your team, you're missing out. And actually, I don't have this card on my team, so actually I am missing out. And let me tell you why. just off of his stats alone, this card's a problem. Max rebounding, max 3-point shot, 6 in layups and dunks, 6 in defending, 6 in agility, 5 in strength, 5 in shoot-off dribble, 5 in mid-range shooting, and 4 in playmaking. This card is as close to perfect as you could possibly get, especially at the small forward position. There's really no weaknesses in this card's game. The only problem with this card is the low playmaking, but I'm not going to give any suggestions because this video is just about reviewing certain stuff, so I'm not going to give any recommendations. I might do it for next video, but this video is not going to have any of that. But yeah, this is card number 14. This is there's really not much to say about this card. He is an amazing defender. He was already a good defender before any of the stat increases, but because he has a 6 in defending and a 5 in strength and a 6 in agility, he becomes that much more versatile and aggressive on defense. This card is insane. I don't have much to say about this card. I could go on and on forever, but I want to make this video as quick as possible because I have 13 other cards to do reviews on. But nonetheless, if you have this card, just give him a perfect build, give him a good build. But yeah, so the next card on the list, and card number 13, is Victor Wembanyama from the Playoffs Moments team. Now this card may be a little low on the list, and that's simply because I have 12 other cards to put over him. It wasn't easy making this list. It wasn't easy picking 15 of the best cards in the game out of it. There were plenty of cards that could have easily made this list, so this list wasn't exactly easy to make. But nonetheless, he is on this list, and I picked this one over this one and this one and this one for a simple reason. He has max 3-point shooting, 6 in rebounding, and he has literally a 5 in every single stat on the left side. Anything that includes offense, he has a 5 or 7 in it. The only problem with this card is is that 4 in agility and 3 in strength and playmaking. He's not that fast with the ball, and he's really, really weak. But his height and size and length compensates for the lack of strength. So if you run him alongside a very strong power forward and small forward, it kind of compensates for that. And I'm not really sure if Wemby needs it as much anyway, since he's taller than most of the centers anyway. But yeah, this card is kind of low on the list, but again, I have 12 other cards to pick over him. Wasn't easy making this list, but nonetheless, this card is insane, and I've seen a lot of people run around with this card. This card is elite in almost every aspect of the game, facet of the game. So there's really not much to say about this card. This card has no weaknesses in this game, and these 3 Wembys also could have made the list. This card could have easily made the list. These 3 could have just as easily made the list, but I picked this one just because of that max 3-point shot. But you could have also made an argument for this Wemby, or I could have also made an argument for this Wemby because he has max defense. This one also has max defense, and then this one has a 6 in playmaking, which is arguably more valuable than the max 3-point shooting. So this card could have also made the list. This card has a really strong argument too. I actually almost picked this card in particular over this one, but I picked this one just because it's playoff Wemby and he's in Lunar Rose tier. But nonetheless, the card is amazing. If you have the card, definitely take the time to make him look good. All right, so card number 12 on the list is this Playoffs Moments Joel Embiid. Now, the reason I have him ranked over Wemby is because of that 6 in strength, or 6 in rebounding, 6 in strength, and maxed post scoring, which is arguably more valuable. Well, it's not more valuable than that 3-point shot, but this card is just as dominant in his own right. As you can see, this card also has a 6 in rebounding and strength, but this card has maxed post scoring, which is something I really like on most center cards, especially the strong center cards like this one, Shaq, and Hakeem Olajuwon. So if you have this card, definitely boost that 3-point shot, shoot off dribble. But I'm not going to give any build recommendations. Like I said earlier, it's honestly up to you what build you want to give him. I'm not going to give any recommendations. If that's something you guys want me to do in the future, let me know. But it's honestly up to you guys. I can only give the recommendations, but it's up to you guys to actually go through with it. But yeah, this card is really good just because he's kind of low on the list. But again, I have 11 other cards to pick, so it wasn't easy picking all of these cards. But this card is just as dominant in its own right. This card is unstoppable, especially when you give him the perfect build. All you really need is a 3-point shot and playmaking boost, maybe agility, but this card is just as good in its own right. But yeah. Alright, so card number 11 on the list is this lights out themed Larry Bird. And the reason I chose this Larry Bird over the Triple Doubles Larry Bird and the GOAT Larry Bird is for two simple reasons. His shooting ability. This card is also just as good as a 3-point shooter, but I picked this one just because of the theme itself. I really like the name of it. This card came in a close second. As a matter of fact, I would have picked this card over this card, but this card is just perfect in every aspect of the game. First of all, Larry Bird is 6'9". He's probably closer to 6'10", to be honest. He has literally all the tools to play power forward to play the power forward role to perfection. Not only is he just big enough to play the position itself, but he provides the perfect mix of rebounding, shooting, defense, passing. He can do literally everything. You just need like 3 simple stat increases and this card's perfect. And I even have a Triple Doubles Larry Bird build to show you guys. Here's a little screenshot of it. Pause to look at it. You know, it's literally the perfect build for a card like this. But yeah, I picked this card just because of his insane shooting ability, and I think Larry Bird in general is more suitable for the power forward position instead of small forward, even though that's his primary position. Yeah, you don't really have to worry about much with this card. I wouldn't even say you really have to worry about facing off against bigger power forwards, just because he's a better shooter and he can space the floor out. And if you boost his agility, he could just outrun him. He is one of those bigger one, or he's one of the smaller power forwards in the game, so a lower center of gravity than all the bigger ones like Wemby and Chet and Yao Ming. So you don't really have to worry about facing off against bigger power forwards. And he's also a really good defender too. So yeah. All right. So card number 10 on the list is this Finals Moments power forward Karl-Anthony Towns. And the reason I picked this card to go at the number 10 spot is because just simply look at his stats. Take a glance at his stats. Max rebounding, 5 in defending, which is pretty interesting for most Karl-Anthony Towns cards. This card's not really known for defense, but he does play that role really well in this game actually. He also has a 5 on layups and dunks and a 6 in 3-point shots, as well as a 5 in post scoring. The Knicks just won the championship, okay? This card, not just this card, but this player was he played such a vital role in that championship. They definitely don't win it without him. And without that Wembanyama fiasco, you know, that De'Aaron Fox fiasco. Don't know why they tied themselves to him, but not the point. The point is they wouldn't have won the championship without him, and that's simply the reason I have him on this list. This card is so good, though. We're not going to focus on IRL. We're going to focus on this game. In this game, this card has no weaknesses in his game, okay? If you give him a good build, just like all the other cards on this list, this card is really dominant. He's 7 feet at the point guard or at the power forward position. He could get your rebounds, as you can see, max rebounding. He plays that defensive role to perfection. He's a great shooter. He could space the floor. He could do all the dirty work. He could do everything, which is why I have him number 10 on this list. All right, so for the number 9th spot on this list, I have decided to go with something a little different. I've decided, instead of picking an obvious choice, I decided to go with something a little different. This card, to me, I wouldn't say he's overlooked, but people tend to use Chet Holmgren with powerful and Wemby over this card, which is understandable, but don't let that fool you. This card is dominant in every aspect of the game, every facet of the game in his own right. Okay, the big ticket Kevin Garnett is so good in this game, bro. Like, just this super ticket holder, big ticket Kevin Garnett, bro. Like, if you don't have this card, you're missing out. And I actually, again, don't have this card, so I'm missing out myself. Not as fortunate to have this card, but hopefully I do get him one day in the future. If I do, that'll be sick. I'll put him on one of my PvP teams because this card goes crazy in head-to-head. He does all the dirty work, especially this one. If you have the elite version, okay, he has max mid-range shooting, 6 in layups and dunks, 6 in post scoring, 6 in defending, 6 in rebounding, 4 in playmaking, 5 in strength, 5 in shoot-out dribble, and he does get a 3-point shot increase. They increased it just a little bit to where you can give him a good build and potentially max it out or boost it to a 5, which is something that I like. They just boosted it enough to where you can actually make him a reliable 3-point shooter. The only thing the only thing I wouldn't say that I like about this card, or the only thing that I would say I don't really like about this card, is that he's a power forward. That's his primary position, but I kind of wish this card was a center, because if he was a center, that would honestly make, or if he was a center or a small forward, that would honestly make the card so much sweeter to use, to be honest. If they made him just like the full court fright Kevin Garnett, then the card would be a million times sweeter to use. But nonetheless, he's number 9 on this list for a reason, and a pretty good one at that. All right, so the number 8th spot on this list, and again, this list wasn't easy to make at all, but for the number 8th spot on this list, I picked the Great Wall of China, Yao Ming, with the super ticket holder ability as well. This card, there's really not much to say about this card. If you have this card alongside Yao Ming, it's game over. It's literally wraps. There's nothing you can do. Just quit. There's nothing you can do. If you pair him and Yao Ming on the same team, there's literally nothing you can do. This is literally one of the best centers in the game, if not the best center in the game. He is in the 3rd highest tier though, so he is no longer the most powerful center in the game. And this card's actually kind of old, but that doesn't take away from the dominance that this card possesses. Okay, let's just go into depth on his stats. Okay, 6 in defending, 6 in rebounding, 6 in strength, 5 in playmaking, which is really interesting for a Yao Ming card. Especially, you would expect them to give this to Kevin Garnett, but no, they decided to give it to Yao Ming. I'm not complaining nonetheless, because you can max it out. And then they also gave him a 6 in mid-range, 5 in post scoring, and a 5 in layups to dunks. They should have done this on every Yao Ming card. I don't understand why he doesn't have a 5 in layups to dunks. He's 7'6", so I really don't understand why they didn't do that. It's kind of irrelevant though, because Yao Ming is tall enough to get dunks without jumping. He barely jumps when he dunks, so I don't really think it matters. But this card, one of the best centers in the game, if not the best center in the game. He definitely has a strong argument for the best center in the game, despite this card being kind of old. This card came out months ago. This card came out during the All-Star break, so this card came out months ago. And I actually have this version of him. I kind of want this version, to be honest. You can't really do anything but be grateful for what you have, though, so I'm not going to complain. This is definitely one of the older cards, though, but that doesn't take away from his dominance in this game, because this card, he's 7'6", moving like a guard. And if you boost that 3-point shot just high enough, he can shoot 3-pointers. So there's really nothing you can do. All right, so for the number 7 spot, this was kind of hard to pick, because I could have picked Damian Lillard. I could have picked Kyrie Irving. I could have picked a bunch of players. But I decided to pick Kawhi just because of the simple fact that he is an athletic demigod with amazing defensive tools. He has a 6 in 3-point shot, 6 in mid-range shooting, and a 6 in shootout dribble. And this one in particular is the best small forward in the game. One of the best, if not the best small forwards in the game. Pound for pound, one of the best small forwards in the game. And this one has a 5 in playmaking. So you don't have to worry about the card being slow on offense or defense, because he does both to perfection. This card literally has no weaknesses in this game. He's one of those cards that has no weaknesses in his game. The only thing that I don't like about this card, and the only thing I don't like, is his dribble moves. They are kind of clunky and slow, and I don't really think he's meant to be used as a dribble god. But I honestly disagree, because if you look at his highlights, he can dribble like crazy. He moves a lot with the ball IRL, and it's kind of ridiculous that he doesn't move like that in this game. But again, 2K didn't really, I don't think 2K did the best job at including everybody's animations in the game, especially guys like Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Maxey or Tyrese Halliburton. I don't really think they did a good job. But nonetheless, that doesn't take away from this card. This card is one of the best small forwards in the game. Pound for pound, one of the best small forwards. And one of the best defenders in the game. By far, one of the best defenders in the game. He's good on both sides of the floor. So, yeah. All right, so at the number 6 spot, and we're getting near the end. After I get past the number 5 spot, we're going to get into the honorable mentions, and then we'll be almost done with the video. But at the number 6 spot, we have the Showtime Dynasty Magic Johnson. And this card would be higher on the list if, to be honest, there is no ifs. I just decided to put him at number 6 just because there are 5 other cards, in my opinion, that are more overpowered than he is. That doesn't take away from this card's dominance at all, though. He's actually such a good defender in this game. And to be honest, Magic really wasn't that good of a defender in his days IRL. At least, you know, in his playing days, he was average. He was an average defender. But he was a passing wizard, though. He made his teammates better. So I guess none of that really mattered. But in this game, they made an exception because he is such a good defender, bro. He has a 5 in defending, but I don't think it's the same 5 as everyone else's. Because this card, he locks up players. Like, he locks everybody up. He doesn't just guard them good. He locks them up. He's able to successfully guard Steph, LeBron, Luka, LaMelo Ball, guys like those. So that's why he's number 6 on this list. He would be higher, but I just have a few other players to put over him. And one of the players actually also plays small forward. And he's also like the next player on the list is just too good to pass on, and you'll see why. But nonetheless, this card is really good. If you have him on your team, definitely like never get rid of this card. Don't ever do that. And he's a small forward, so he's out of position as well. All right, so for the number 5 spot, this is the card I was telling you. Okay, we're in the top 5. So this is the card I was telling you I would pick over Magic. Okay, Magic would have been number 5 on the list if this card didn't exist at all in the game. This is probably one of the best small forwards, if not the best small forwards in the game. This Nexus Crystal, Kevin Durant. Now, this card is old, to be honest. This card is not even close to being in the best. Like, this card, he's only 12 million power. But power doesn't really mean that much, to be honest. If we're talking from a head-to-head PvP standpoint, power doesn't really mean anything. But the card is just as good. This list is mainly based off of stats and the overall gameplay. So, power doesn't really mean anything in this hypothetical list. It's not hypothetical, but you know what I mean. Okay, this card is insane. Okay, 6 in shootout dribble, 6 in shootout dribble, 3 in 3-point shot, 2 in mid-range shooting, or a 6 in mid-range shooting. Whoa, hold on. Let's redo that. Okay, 6 in shoot-off dribble, 6 in mid-range shooting, and 6 in 3-point shot. Okay, and a 5 in post scoring. Okay, if you give him the right build, this card doesn't miss. I've played against people that have had this card on their team, and he did everything except miss. Okay, this card doesn't miss. There's a reason he's top 5 on this list. He doesn't miss at all, especially with the right build. If you max out his shooting, he doesn't miss. He can pull from deep. He has a pretty good handle. I'd say it could definitely be better. But yeah, he's 7 feet tall, by the way, so he creates a lot of mismatches for himself. So yeah, this card deserves to be number 5 on this list, and I put him on this number 5 on this list for a reason. All right, now before you guys get upset at me for putting Jalen Brunson number 4 on the list and not higher up, you have to understand the next 3 cards that I'm about to put on this list are insane. They are just in a class of their own. They're in a level of their own. This card is still one of the best point guards in the game. I will say his dribbling, though, in my opinion, it really isn't that good, but he's good at basically everything else, especially this version of him, the Finals MVP Jalen Brunson with the supercharged ability. 25% chance to earn a small event charger when using any limited time event. So that means it doesn't matter what event you use this card in, you have a 25% chance to earn a small event charger, which is really cool. I'm able to get free stuff just by this card's presence alone, which is really cool, really unique. I don't think 2K's ever done that before. But as you can see, the stats speak for themselves. Maxed out shootout dribble, maxed out 3-point shooting, maxed out mid-range shooting, 5 in layups and dunks, 5 in post scoring, 5 in defense, 5 in playmaking, 5 in strength, 6 in agility, and 4 rebounding. The card just unbelievably amazing, especially the stats. They're just unbelievably amazing. I've never seen a card just built out like this. I've never seen it before. Now, before we get into the honorable mentions, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss another video that I upload. I like to post videos and I like to have fun doing them, and I want you guys to be a part of that. So while you're here, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss another video that I upload. Now, with that being said, let's get into the honorable mentions. Now, here's honorable mention number 1. This card would have been on the list if that Houston Rockets Kevin Durant didn't exist. Okay, the same thing could be said for that Kevin Durant, you know. Like I said, that Magic would have been 5 on the list if that Kevin Durant didn't exist. And this card would have been on the list in general if that Kevin Durant didn't exist. But that card was simply just too good not to put on the list. Now, this card, it speaks for himself. It speaks for itself, okay? He's a shooting guard, which is something that sticks out to me because he's 7 feet tall playing the shooting guard position. So he creates a ton of mismatches for himself, and he has a 5 in playmaking and a 6 in mid-range shooting. Kevin Durant is one of the best mid-range shooters of all time and in the game. They definitely did his pull-up mid-range jumper justice for sure. And I like his jump shot. I just don't like that he misses open threes sometimes. But if you learn to time his jump shot perfectly, you won't really have that problem. Now, there are 2 reasons I didn't put this card on the list. Reason number 1, like I just said, that Nexus Crystal Houston Rockets Kevin Durant interfered with that. Also, this card, you would have had to already buy the card, and it costs $9.99. It's $10. So for those not as fortunate enough to buy the card, you're just out of luck, I guess. That's also another reason I didn't put this card on the list. But you would have also had to be really lucky and fortunate to buy that Finals MVP Jalen Brunson. So I guess I should have put this card on the list, but that Houston Rockets Kevin Durant interfered with that. All right, now honorable mention number 2 goes to the Season 8 headliners, Giannis Antetokounmpo. This card, honestly, I don't really have to say much about this card. As you can see, the stats speak for themselves. The one thing that really sticks out to me with this card, though, is he's a small forward, just like this courtside pass Giannis Antetokounmpo. But again, this is for people who are fortunate enough to actually get the card without having to spend real money. This card is a small forward, like I said. If you give him the right build, just make him a good shooter, this card is just going to be unstoppable. He's like a little Shaq, but he can actually run the break, and he can move like a guard, and he's really fast and athletic. There's nothing this card can't do except shoot. But if you give him a good shoe, make him able to shoot, this card will have no weaknesses in this game. Now, this card might be in a potential video that I'm going to upload soon. I don't want to spoil it too much. I'm going to let you guys guess what that video could potentially be about, but right now we're focused on this video, and this card is honorable mention number 3. Now, this card had the potential to be on the list, but the players that are actually on the list are just too good to put over this card. I can't put this card on the list because there's too many cards to put over. There's too many cards. This list itself wasn't easy to make, but Klay Thompson is on this list. This one in particular, this is one of the first cards in this tier, in this theme, to come out. But don't let that fool you, okay? This card, one of the best shooters in the game, okay? Especially at the shooting guard position. If Steph Curry didn't exist, this card would probably be the second best shooter of all time. Maybe behind Ray Allen or Reggie. This card would probably be the second best shooter of all time. Now, this card is probably the second best shooter in the game. Second or third best shooter in the game, to be honest. And as you can see, the stats don't lie. He has a 6 in 3-point shot, 5 in mid-range shooting, and 5 in shootout dribble. The only thing I don't like about this card is he's not that athletic. And they got rid of his 5 in defending, which is just a total pain because this card, people forget, Klay Thompson is more than just a shooter. He's also an elite 2-way player who can actually, he's a decent passer too. He can find the open man. He can set up teammates. But he's meant to be used for a catch and shoot role. That's why his jump shot is what it is. It's so smooth, but it's designed for catch and shoot roles. That's this card's strength. Not just this card, but this player's strength, catching and shooting. He scored 60 points off of just 11 dribbles. It doesn't get any better than that. That just, like, that only describes how good of a catch and shoot player he is, if that makes sense. But yeah, this card, number 3, honorable mention. All right, so for the 4th and final honor, actually no, this isn't the 4th and final honorable mention. Sorry. Yeah, for the 4th honorable mention, we have playoffs moments LeBron James. This card, again, would have been on the list if I hadn't have picked that other card that I'm about to show you over this card. This card is simply just too good. Like this card is just one of the best power forwards in the game. This card is too good for most power forwards to handle in this game, but he wasn't good enough to be on the list. Now, yes, I did put a LeBron on the list. It just wasn't this one. I'm pretty sure you guys can figure out what LeBron I put on the list, but this is the card that just missed the cut. As you can see, he has amazing stats though. Maxed out playmaking as well as a 6 shootout dribble, and they boosted his mid-range shooting. He kind of looks like the season 3 LeBron, where they gave him a 5 in every stat on this side. They loved LeBron in season 3, and they love him now. You know, one of my favorites for sure. And if honestly, he had a very good playoff series. He had a very good playoff run this season. They didn't get that far. They lost. They got swept in the second round, but he definitely showed his greatness at the age of 41, which is insane. He averaged like 24 points and 7 assists across 10 playoff games, which is really impressive. That just shows he has a lot left in the tank and just as much to play for. Okay, but where LeBron's going to end up next is entirely up to him. You know, we don't really know. He hasn't publicly stated where he's going next. He just publicly stated he's not re-signing with the Lakers, which is kind of hard to hear. It's not easy to lose one of the best players you've ever had on your team. It's not easy to do that. But they've cleared up cap space, I guess, to sign some good players, I guess. But yeah, this card is the 5th or the 4th honorable mention. Now, for the 5th honorable mention, you guys are gonna kind of hate me for this one, but I decided to pick Shai. To be honest, I picked Shai just because I really don't know. There's just too many people. There's just too many players to pick over him. There's too many great point guards to pick over him. Don't let that fool you though. This card is just as good as the stats suggest, even better. This card has a really nice handle. I love his handles in this game. I think they suit him perfectly. This card is an amazing mid-range shooter. Has a good jump shot, good catch and shoot. You know, good catch and shoot player. He's a good spot up shooter. He's just an amazing all-around shooter, and he's an amazing passer. 6 in playmaking, and he's athletic. 6 in agility and 5 layups and dunks. He's just as good as the stats suggest he is, maybe even better. But he just missed out on the list. Yeah, he just missed the list. There's really no particular reason. Just the players that I picked over him are just too good to leave off the list. So yeah. Now, for the 3rd spot on the list, okay, this is number 3 on the list. It is the Season 8 GOAT LeBron James. This is the card that I picked over the Season 8 playoffs moments power forward LeBron James, and for a good reason. Okay, 6 in shootout dribble, 6 in layups and dunks, and 6 in 3-point shooting. The only thing that bothers me with this card is they took out the 5 in playmaking. That is the only thing that bothers me with this card. They should not have done that, because 2012 LeBron James, he was honestly probably the most aggressive version of LeBron we've ever seen. That game 6 against Boston, unforgettable. 45 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. That was the most aggressive version of LeBron I think you and I have ever seen. Okay, so the fact that they took out the 5 in playmaking is just ridiculous, because he averaged almost 7 assists that season as well. So there's no reason. My only explanation would be 2K just tried to nerf him, like usual. But nonetheless, this card is just as good as the stats suggest. The only thing I would recommend, boost his playmaking. The card is amazing in every aspect of the game though. In literally every aspect. There is nothing this card cannot do. Okay? This card can dribble, pass, shoot, defend. He's a good shooter, like I just said. This card can do everything. He can even play point guard. In fact, there's literally multiple LeBrons at point guard. And that's not to glaze or anything. This card can literally do everything. But before I get to the number 2 spot, once again, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss another video that I upload. Once again, I like to have fun. I like to post videos, you know. I like to have fun recording these videos. And I want you guys to share I want to share this experience with you guys. So while you're here, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss another video that I upload. It's free. It costs you nothing. Now, for the number 2 spot, don't overthink it. Just don't. Number 2 is Stephen Curry. Now, before you guys get on me in the comments and say that this card should be number 1, I totally agree. But the card that actually is number 1 on this list it's not even a surprise. The card that is number 1 on the list is a surprise to absolutely no one. It's just not a surprise to me, not a surprise to you. This card has all the potential to be number 1 on the list. As a matter of fact, if the card that is number 1 on the list didn't exist, this card would easily be number 1, and it's really not up for debate. It's not even a question. But yeah, there's not much to say about Stephen Curry. This card, the best point guard in the game, and it's not close. This card beats every other point guard out by a mile, by a landslide. This card washes out every other point guard. It's not close. Easily the best point guard in the game, especially this version. If we're talking about this version, easily the best point guard in the entire game. It doesn't matter that he's in the second best tier in the game. It doesn't matter that this card's kind of old. None of that matters. It's Stephen Curry, max 3-point shot. Enough said. And for the number 1 spot on the list, don't overthink it. His airness, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. There is simply no card like this card. There is simply no card like him. Look at his stats. There is nothing that needs to be done to this MJ that hasn't already been done. This card has a 5 in almost every stat except strength. That is the only thing that this card does not have a 5 in. And there are literally 2 variants of this card. It literally does not get any better than that. There are 2 variants of this card. If you decide that you don't like variant number 1, you could switch over to variant number 2. And they changed this. They gave him 2 variants based off of both three-peats, I'm assuming. So for three-peat number 1, as you can see, he's at the peak of his powers athletically and defensively. That's why his stats are what they are for the first variant. They made his stats to correspond to both repeats, I'm assuming. So as you can see, max layups and dunks, max defense, max agility, 6 in playmaking. So they did that to correspond to the way he played during his first three-peat. And for the second variation, they made his stats a little differently. They made him to correspond how he played during his second three-peat. As you can see, his layups and dunks, they regressed, but they're still at a 6. His 3-point shot is at a 5 because he became a better 3-point shooter, became more wise with how he shot them. His defense regressed, but it was still really good, and his playmaking is maxed out since he became a better decision maker because he was overall smarter that season. And his agility also regressed, but Jordan is still the most athletic card in the game, one of the most athletic cards in the game. This card has every right to be number 1 on this list. Curry also should be number 1 on this list, but I can't put more than one card number 1 on the list. But yeah, this card has every right to be number 1, and I could talk about this card for hours and hours and hours, but this video itself has been long enough, so I'm going to conclude it there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude today's episode. If you're new, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss another video that I upload. And let me know in the comments, do you think that there's somebody else that I could have put on this list? Do you think that there's somebody that I could have substituted, somebody that I could have taken off? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm all ears. But it's been your boy Who Slasher X, and I'm out.